Would you like me to sort your delivery?
You are generous as you are divine, oh booty queens and booty queens.
I don't give a damn what you're entitled to. So if you don't like it, you can take back your food and your castle and right off.
You should treat books with more respect.
Welcome to Mystery Pony Fiction, hosted by the Mystery Fluttershy fan.
Winter Storm Izzy by StormLuna. It was a calm January day. In Maritime Bay, the sun was shining, the winds were calm, and every pony was out about tending to their normal business. Sunny Star Scout was among them, out selling her smoothies, but she had a short day planned as her best friend Izzy Moonbow was coming into town to visit. She was down by the sheriff's station when she ran into Hitch with a smile on her face. "Oh, hi Hitch." She saw that he had some critters with him and added, "And it looks like you have the whole gang with you." Hitch sighed. "I know, they just won't leave me alone. It's like I'm a magnet for them." He paused for a minute before adding, "So what's up?" Sunny replied, "Oh, just selling some smoothies before Izzy gets here. You know how she is. She wants us to go have fun the moment she gets here." Another pony was standing in the area and chimed in. "Well, that pony is trouble. The tribes may get along, but I still don't trust those unicorns." Sunny glared at him. "Come on, Sprout. What could she possibly do wrong? If I need to remind you, she did help put that trolley back on the tracks that you knocked off with that thing you destroyed my house with." This was one thing that Maritime Bay had not forgiven him for, and still threw it in his face from time to time. That not only did he destroy Sunny's house, but that unicorns helped restore some things to normal. He rolled his eyes and sighed. "Ugh, must every pony remind me of that?" Hitch commented. "You know, Sprout, you caused a lot of damage with that thing. Ponies aren't going to forgive you anytime soon." He then turned to Sunny and asked, "So what do you have planned?" Sunny became sad. "Well, we plan on visiting my dad's grave before." She became more enthusiastic. "Going through some of my dad's old books and artifacts. I'm hoping to get Izzy more interested in equestrian history." Before Hitch could reply, ponies began running, and a chilly northerly wind began to blow. Sunny's eyes grew wide as she asked, "What in the world is going on?" The ponies continued to stampede to the south end of town as clouds were rolling from the north and something that Maritime Bay almost never saw began to fall. Snow. Hitch gasped. "What the? It almost never snows here, and that wind, it is never that cold here." They then heard some singing. Gonna be my storm. Gonna be my storm. Gonna be my storm. They all knew the source of the singing the moment they heard it. Hitch gasped. "Izzy? Is that really Izzy?" Sunny replied, "It is, but why in the world would a storm be accompanying her?" Sprout commented, "I told you those unicorns can't be trusted. She probably created it and is going to freeze us all." Sprout then took off to the south, while the other two waited by the sheriff's station waiting for Izzy to arrive. Once she got to the centre of town, a full-blown blizzard had arrived with the ice-cold winds. Izzy's horn was glowing bright as she embraced Sunny. "Hi, Sunny! Do you like it?" Hitch and Sunny were both in a state of shock that Izzy would ask such a question about something so unnatural. Hitch yelled, "No! Let's get inside where it isn't so cold." He then turned to Izzy and yelled, "And don't bring it inside with you." Izzy powered down her horn, and the three raced inside. Once they got inside, Hitch gave her a glare. "Izzy, why would you bring a storm with you? And more importantly, how did you even create it?" Izzy laughed. "Well, it is January, and I thought you guys could use a taste of Bridlewood weather." Sunny sighed in frustration. "Izzy, I know you likely didn't mean any harm with this, but this town is not prepared for that kind of cold. Pipes will be bursting all over town before too long." Izzy felt truly bad for what she had done. She apologized. "Oh no, I didn't know that would happen. I'm so sorry." Sunny did want to know something else about her storm. "So where else have you buried in snow?" Izzy got a sheepish grin on her face. Well, I walked in the area of Zephyr Heights and they got buried. Luckily no pony knew it was me though. Hitch put a hoof up to his face.
You know, only Bridlewood is prepared for this kind of weather. Their pipes probably busted just as ours will.
Sonny asked, Izzy, do you know how to stop this storm? Can you just fire some magic from your horn and end this? She looked outside and saw that there was near zero visibility and probably at least 6 inches of snow. She added, and the sooner the better. Before Izzy could respond, they heard the pipes burst in the sheriff's station. Hitch groaned. Oh great, the pipes burst. He turned to Izzy and added,
and after you end this storm, you're going to use your magic to fix every single burst pipe in Maritime Bay and then apologise to the town.
As Izzy headed outside, the winds became stronger and they picked her up and threw her off to the south. Alongside her was the town's trolley, the same trolley that she had helped get set back on the tracks. Once Izzy landed, she got behind a building, flared up her horn and sighed, I hope this works! Izzy then fired a bolt of energy skyward, causing the storm to begin to subside and ultimately for the skies to clear and the winds to stop. Izzy looked around and took in everything that she was responsible for. She saw that there was at least a foot of snow in some areas, but then the snow began to melt rather quickly, which led to another problem, flooding. She held her head low and sighed. Why did I do this? Why did I think this would be any fun at all? She then cast another spell that surrounded the town and caused the water to evaporate away rather quickly. Once she headed back towards the sheriff's office, she noticed a trolley laying on its side. She levitated it back up onto the tracks and sighed, well, that's taken care of. Now for everything else. Once she returned to the sheriff's station, she found Hitch and Sonny standing outside, both glaring at her. Hitch asked, Izzy, could you go in there and take care of those pipes? The water is already 1 inch deep in there. Izzy headed in there and was able to quickly fix the pipes and boil away the water. Once she got that taken care of and headed back out, Sonny asked, Izzy, how were you able to just take care of that so quickly? You did it like it was what in ancient Equestria would be called your special talent. Izzy replied, well, once we got magic back, I wanted to do something more than just unicycling, so I kind of figured it out. She then became more enthusiastic. Did you know that we don't have to study really hard to do things like they did in ancient Equestria? Because I sure didn't. Hitch replied, I didn't, but Sonny, could you and Izzy go to the town square while I go let every pony know that it's safe and to gather there? He then turned to Izzy and added, then you will apologise and fix every last broken pipe in Maritime Bay. Sonny led Izzy to the town square and sighed, I can't believe you do this, Izzy. You could have set relations between the tribes backwards to the point where no pony will trust unicorns again. Izzy wasn't quite sure how to react to this. Ever since meeting her, she had seen the generally happy side of Sonny, but this time she saw a side of Sonny that was frustrated with her and perhaps even a bit angry. She held her head low as they arrived in the town square, waiting for the citizens of the town to arrive. Once every pony gathered in the town square, Hitch headed to the centre of it and said, it's alright every pony, the storm has been taken care of, and as you can see, the snow and floodwaters have been taken care of. He then turned to Izzy and asked, is there anything you'd like to say? Izzy stepped forward and nervously held her head up and began, I'm sorry every pony, I didn't mean for it to happen. I just thought it would be fun for you guys to experience the same type of January weather we do in Bridlewood. Sprout was in the crowd and yelled, I knew you unicorns were nothing but trouble. I knew this whole friendship thing. Hitch cut him off. Sprout, just let Izzy finish. Izzy continued, please don't hold any of this against any of the other unicorns. They didn't even know about me going to do this. Sonny added, listen every pony, Izzy is rather unique, but I know she won't do this again, I promise. A pony in the crowd yelled, okay, but my water pipes burst and my house is flooded with water. Is it going to cost me a lot of money to fix the damages caused by her storm? Hitch was quick to try and calm her down. Look, we had a similar problem in the sheriff's station and Izzy has strange magic. She fixed the pipes and took care of the water. And I told her that for doing this, she has to fix every pony's pipes and get rid of the water. Sonny added, Every pony, raise your hooves if your pipes burst, and Izzy will come take care of the problems. A large majority of the community raised their hooves and Sunny finished. Well, Izzy, it looks like you're going to be busy for a while. Izzy nodded and then began to go take care of all the problems she had caused. She could feel a great amount of anger from many of the citizens, but a few were thankful that she fixed the problems she caused, and were even thankful that she could so easily do so. One mayor even asked her if she would consider moving to Maritime Bay to take care of things like this, since it was so easy for her. Four hours later, Izzy had righted all the wrongs she had caused and said, "Well, Sunny, well, Hitch, everything is taken care of." Sunny replied, "Well, good, but now we're going to Zephyr Heights, and there you will do exactly what you did here. You will apologise, fix things, and hopefully convince the Pegasi that none of the other unicorns were behind this." Hitch added,
And I'm thinking if I go with you, this will be easier.
He then turned to Sprout and added,
And Sprout, while I'm gone, please, please, please don't try and start a war. Sprout grumbled, fine.
The three then took off towards Zephyr Heights so that Izzy could do the same for them, as she did Maritime Bay. Convincing the Pegasi that the unicorns weren't behind it was a bit more difficult until Queen Haven was able to convince every pony that Izzy did indeed do this alone and that no other unicorns were involved. After fixing everything in Zephyr Heights, the two headed to Bridlewood, which was covered in snow like it always was in January. Izzy sighed, "I'm sorry, you two. I didn't mean to cause so many problems." Sunny replied, "Izzy, I'm not going to say it is okay, but I think of this as a learning lesson for you. You had a lapse in judgment, and then you learned from it."
Hitch then added, I'm sure the historians will want to remember this event. He then began to laugh. How about we call this Winter Storm Izzy?
Izzy protested, "But then every pony will remember me for all the wrong reasons." Sunny tried to reassure her, "Izzy, it won't be so bad, and besides, as long as there is never another Winter Storm Izzy, history won't portray you as so bad." Izzy replied, "Alright." She then became a bit happier and added, "How about I take you to the Alpha Bittles and treat you to something for causing so many problems?" In unison, the two agreed. That sounds good. Let's go." This was something that Izzy was going to try and keep secret from Alpha Bittle and the other unicorns, because while the Pegasi and Earth ponies did forgive her, she knew that those of her own tribe may not do so easily, since it could have easily set relations among the tribes backwards and maybe cause them to lose their magic again.
Teach me how you fly so free.
Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed what you heard, please consider joining my Patreon, patreon.com/TMFF, to get early access to audiobooks and to be able to request I do a reading of what you want, provided the author approves. Thank you to Artlist.io for providing the massive music and sound effect library that I have to work with. And most of all, thank you to the bronies who write the amazing stories that inspire me to make these. Fluttershy and Izzy are best ponies. I now have a Discord server where you can join in and chat with other fanfiction fans. If you enjoy what I do, you can donate to me on Ko-Fi, links in the description.